Well, all year long, NASCAR is celebrating its 75th anniversary, and what better way to honor its big year than to create something that has never been done before.
Next month, America's top drivers will hit the road in Chicago. Fox 8 sports reporter John Sable has much more on this inaugural event, which is also a homecoming of sorts for a Northeast Ohio resident.
On July 4th weekend, NASCAR drivers will start their engines on a track never seen in the 75-year history of NASCAR.
We have the first ever. It's probably the coolest event in 75 years of NASCAR that they've ever had. And they're building a 2.2-mile road course in the streets of Chicago. So on Lakeshore, Boulevard or Lakeshore Drive, like having a full-blown NASCAR race.
The Windy City will host the inaugural NASCAR street race called the Grand Park 220, a 220-mile race with 100 laps. Hudson resident and owner of NASCAR's Colleague racing team, Matt Colleague, says stock cars hitting speeds of more than 100 miles an hour through the city of Chicago will be a sight this sport, or that city, has never seen.
To have the roar of the cars like going downtown Chicago, it's gonna be crazy. Nobody's used to the course. It's never been built before.
The Chicago street race means a little more for Matt Colleague. It's a homecoming of sorts. He spent his high school years in Chicago, and now NASCAR will conduct its first ever street race on the same streets he walked as a teenager.
Being back in the city that I feel like I grew up in, and now owning a NASCAR team and then actually running, NASCAR races is really cool.
Colleague will have two drivers racing in the street race in Chicago, and Justin Haley and AJ Allmendinger.
Will it ever be possible to try to get a race like that in Cleveland?
Yeah, I definitely think so. Cleveland's a great, it's a great city. It would be several years before they do anything like that. But no, with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame right there, it's so great it would be so great for a NASCAR race and a great venue.
In Hudson, John Sable, Fox 8 Sports.
Good stuff, John. So NASCAR will host two races in Chicago next month. The 121-mile, 55-lap Xfinity race on Saturday, July 1st.
Then the Big Cup Series race, the Grand Park 220, is set to run on Sunday, July 2nd.